What's up, Tube? Welcome back to Guido's Chop Shop, second best Gel Blaster channel on the tubes. Today we've got a Waldo Customs short stroke buffer kit for a capa, and we have a capa. So, guess what we're doing? We're installing it. First of all, let's have a look at what we get. Oh. So, the kit comes with an array of different little buffer, soft ones, harder ones, and it comes with, as I said, an array and 2 washers. This is so that you can short stroke your, in this case, capa, or if you had a different model and you get the different model kit, then you can do whatever model you have. But why do we want to do this? What is short stroking and why do we want to do this? So essentially, in gel ball, this is obviously a replica of a pistol, and in real pistol world you have this ejection port, which, as the slide comes back, there's an extractor pin here which pulls the shell out, ejects it out the side here, and the new round would pop up from the magazine and then get pushed into the chamber there. So this slide, the action of this slide, sliding back, is performing 2 functions. It's ejecting the old cartridge and it's loading a new cartridge. However, in gel ball we don't need that because our ammo is 7.5 millimeters, so we really only have to cycle about that much, really. It only needs to be, you can see the nozzle there, only enough to get a gel into the next chamber. Now, the reason that these obviously have the full slide stroke is because, as mentioned, they are a replica, so they are replicating the action of a real gun. However, some people don't care about that and they just want a snappier response. So if you can get away with your pistol only cycling as much as it needs to, then you can get a much snappier response. And so herein lies the game. We can put some of these buffer rubbers on the spring. Let me just pop this out. On this recoil buffer rod spring here, you can sort of space these out in here in you know, various arrangements. If you want a softer or harder, or you know, if you want a shorter stroke, you put more in. For the shortest stroke, you stack in as many as you can stack while still having it operate. Now, one of the downsides, of course, to doing this is that the operation of the stop here requires a bit of action. In fact, it requires that much action at least. So, I mean, short stroking, if you want to keep your slide lock, you can't short stroke too much. So, the customer here, the owner of this pistol, wants a short stroke, but he also wants to keep the ability to lock the slide. So in this case, we will not be using all of these. In fact, we will probably only be using maybe 1 or 2 of these buffers because we only want to short stroke a little bit so that we don't lose that ability to lock. If you don't care about that, if you care more about the being able to cycle the pistol faster and just like know that you're out of ammo by... Sometimes you can tell by the sound that the blaster makes when it's out of ammo. It makes a different sound. So if you can get by knowing when you need to reload, then you can short stroke further without caring about your slide catch. But as mentioned, customer wants his slide catch. So this is the buffer rod here. It's already got, from factory, this one's got a little bit of a buffer in there, but you know, always go a bit more. Alright, we're going to slide the buffer spring out. There we go, that one's a little bit awkward because it's got this cool angly bit on it there. And then on this particular buffer rod, it's actually a two-piece, which has got a grub screw here holding the two pieces together. So in order to get the buffers on, we're going to need to separate that. So we're going to need a Allen key 1.5. Alright, I was half expecting that to pop off, and then there was like a delay and it didn't pop, and then it popped. I was like holding it, expecting it to pop. I'm like, is it gonna pop? Didn't pop, and then it popped. Alright, so it's already got these little buffers there. So what I will do is I will add a black one there and the metal washer, and the metal washer is actually to protect the buffer from the spring. Now, interestingly enough, the original one didn't have a metal washer, but seems to have handled itself alright. Now, get this bad boy back together. Alright, now while I hold these two ends together with my two hands, can you screw that screw in for me there? No? Can't do it over YouTube for me? Alright, I got this. What I'll do is I'll hold it down with my hand against the bench, and then I'll get my snazzy screwdriver, get it in there like that. Alright, and that is that done. Alright, now I need to pop that back in to our slide. A little bit awkward because, as I mentioned, it does have the fancy angled buffer rod there, so it does make getting it in the exact right spot kind of a bit awkward, but plausible. Alright, there you go. You can see there now, buffers. Now when we slide this on, we should be able to, oh yes, Alright, so when I put this in, I'll pop this slide stop in. Now look, when I'm all the way back, the slide stop can just engage. So that is exactly what was asked for. Now the kit from Waldo's comes with another metal washer and a bunch of these other ones, so you could actually you could do another capa. You could do 2 capas with this kit, even if you used like if you did like triple stack like that, you could still do 2 capas. So there's plenty of buffers in there, so you got plenty of spares. Here's another. This one is slightly different, so might even be easier to do. So this one has a different buffer rod which just slides off like that. Don't have to shoot it across the room. It's also interesting the construction of it, the way it's built there, but for shiggles I'm going to put a yellow and a black on this one just because I feel like it, just to see how we go, and then I'm going to pop this back on just like that. Just because I think the other one I had there already had like some factory short strokedness, and it had like a fairly stiff spring and everything in it as well, so pop this one back in and we'll see how that sort of goes. If I can line the slide up. Oh, I forgot. This blaster's a special one. This is a special blaster that's actually kind of broken. So the BBU is just chilling. It's just chilling there like that. So I need to just make sure that when I put it back together, that the BBU is in there, because the owner of this blaster lost the screw that holds the BBU in the back of it, and the only thing that's actually currently holding the BBU in this one is the slide being on. So until I find said screw to replace that, that's gonna be just awkward for me. Now, this doesn't look like it wants to play. Why not? It's not because of the BBU, is it because of the short stroke? Is the short stroke buffer... Special pistol needs special love. Ooh, that's quite short stroked. Okay, so I'm thinking that's probably not gonna catch the slide. See how the stop doesn't quite get back. Yeah, that's too much. So I guess I'll remove one then. And therein lies the benefit of this kit, I guess, is that you can sort of play around. Remember not to lose that BBU. You can sort of play around, find out what works for you, find out what doesn't work for you, make adjustments. So a yellow and a black is just too much. I just might go with one black, like what I did with the other one. I thought maybe two blacks even, but I'll try one black because I know one black should be fine. I just wanted to try a yellow and a black to see what it would feel like to have both. Alright, I'm just gotta do this with special care so that the BBU doesn't fall out. Special blaster. Alright, okay, so now that has got enough. It's got enough. It can. Ooh, it can just catch that slide. It'd be interesting to see if that catches the slide. It's very tight, but that is the shortest of the short stroke buffers that I can use in this particular pistol. Given that it did have a different, these two had different buffer spring arrangements, you can see that the kit works for pretty much any capa. So that's kind of cool. You get that much snappier cycle, and of course, just because otherwise people will complain, a quick demo of after. Yep. Ooh, and it locks back. How cool is that? It actually works. Cool. That's how snappy it is after. We'll just do a before shot. Alright, so there we go. Definitely much shorter and snappier slide on that capa and on that capa. If you didn't know what short stroking your gas pistol was about, then that's what it was about. I was doing this for someone anyway, so I thought I might as well make a video on it. The Waldo kit seems quite high quality. Got no gripes whatsoever with it. Does the job nicely and gives you lots of options to choose from. So that's cool. Alright, don't forget you can buy a patch or hit me up on face page Guido's Chopters or buying one from Hardcore Blasters. And subscribe, please subscribe if you like this sort of thing. I got hundreds of videos that you may be interested in watching, so check them out. Hit the subscribe button, that costs nothing. Also, if you'd like to buy me a coffee, there is a link down below to that as well. Thanks for watching. Peace.